So,
Then,
so that was a big operation, wasn't it?
no, it was small. They
Just two
just had 2 barrels there
Oh,
at
I
the
see.
place.
Uh-huh.
But it turned out enough to overdo the community and everything else.
They were selling locally,
They
weren't
selling little. And as poor as it could be, and John Rourke, and I told him I'm going to get a state or government warrant firm down here. There's a man at that day in the 30s that gives federal warrants here in Jefferson, and he said, "No, you're going to waste these these fellows ought to make good men in the county." He said, "You're going to waste them," and we got into argument of one another then.
You and John.
Yeah, and I come home and got my paper and went, and them men come and we went up there, and it rained all night. And we went down to see if they were down in there. Come a storm on us, pouring the rain, and we went down there and they'd left and gone. And we went back the next day and they had carried it over in Tennessee. And so I had the warrant and just arrested them boys. And they was the ones that was going to kill me. But they all got religion and died, one of them. And this fellow at Sullivan's, he's ordained to preach. He can preach, but he's not able now.
So if you'd have sent him to prison, it might not have ever happened that way.
And what they done, they went in there, they got some money up to pay off down there, and they got down there and they went to the judge, and the judge asked them questions and talked with them, and they let them just pay. They didn't let them pay nothing. They just told them go on home and don't be into liquor no more, and you're all right. And they done the very thing you told them. And 4, 5, or 6, or 8, 10 years they got religion.
Well, I guess you could have mixed feelings. I mean, you're sorry for anybody that had to make their living making.
Well, that's what the revenue officer, we called him revenue then. He told the judge, he said, "Well, they do well up there to live," he said, "yonder." He said, "That's the poorest place to live I've ever seen. Men in there have to go start to school. They ain't got no education." The judge just went right along with them. It was old Judge Hayes, and he was a honest old fellow, I believe.
Well,
You've heard of him.
yeah, I sure have. Yeah, I sure have.
Way on top of the mountain, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Tennessee line and North Carolina line, the hill coming up top of that hill and coming up top of this one side of North Carolina, the other Tennessee.
Well, a lot of them didn't think it was too bad to make a little liquor, did they?
No,
As
no,
long as it made good liquor, I guess.
that's right.
Let's see, did I ask you the worst offense you had to investigate? What was the worst episode or crime that you ever got involved in investigating? Can you think of one that's maybe more famous than others?
You mean that I had to work out something?
Yeah.
Who would be Hazel?
The
Worst?
criminal.
Yeah, done the worst crime, and as a crime man.
She kept your records, didn't she?
It was Naur Township, if you remember. John L. Jenkins.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and murder.
Yeah. He'd been stealing and robbing and shooting men over because they wouldn't go in buildings, and he was a dangerous, awful dangerous man, and he stepping out on his wife with other women and girls, and so had warrants for him, and I searched his house and searched all for him and tried to catch him for different things. And this girl that he is going to see, officer up there met her on Sunday evening or Saturday evening and told her, "You'll be gone tomorrow. We'll come up there. I'll not arrest you today." There's two officers together, and told her, and she was gone. The next day they went up there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this fellow that she was dating and all, and another girl, they was together, but part of the time, and they went up there the next day, and that girl wasn't to be found. Well, that night, John found out that they was hunting him, and a fellow, Pennington, was with him, and they waylaid, and he was a nice Sunday school man. I think he taught Sunday school, about 24-year-old, and he was going to get married in about a week or 10 days from that time, and they waylaid him and just pulled out to one side and got out and shot him down. And
What was his name that got shot?
Joe Grable.
Joe Grable.
Yeah, Squire Grable, preacher Squire Grable's brother. And they both got out of the car. The girl was in there with him when they come trials for it. And one got out of the cap on, and when they come back, the other one had it on, hat, whatever it was. And they drove down to a bridge and turned around and went back to get him out of the road, and he drug in. He was right at his daddy's home. He wasn't married. Here close from near the courthouse of home, and he drug and got to the house, and they went back, and he was gone. And they took him to Bristol, Tennessee, the hospital. That is a closest hospital at Abingdon, Virginia, there one, and that's where they took him. And he stated on oath that the voice was John Jenkins, but he had a cap on or whatever, and he couldn't swear positive to him. Well, they got a warrant for him, and they had a federal man hunting him up here, and you couldn't get these sheriffs up here in here to go up there after him, could they, Hazel? No, none of them would go, and I was just comfortable. I just in the law, little man, and they brought me a warrant, and they said there's 32 warrants for him, and said, here's one for stealing war. Said it's best we can do. We want you to arrest John Jenkins. He's in and out here, and he had done it. He had robbed post offices and had him warrants for him for post office breaking. And well, I took that warrant, and I went to getting up men to go in to catch him, and he was supposed to be at his home, and I wanted to surround and watch for him to come in and have him to carry us some deed till we got him. And I went to getting up men, and their wives were sick or something wrong, and they just couldn't get nobody hardly.
I bet not.
Had an awful time. And I finally got 7 men. Come to a little law to get an officer that lived over there, and he was going to church and was going to get a religion, and he didn't want to have nothing to do with it. And so, but I got him and had him on horseback riding behind me, and we went to this man's house, and we had 7 men that would go, and they was there, and they all had 2 pistols on them, every one of them. They were wrong. They didn't want him to go any further, so it went on, and midnight, 8 or midnight, I went and got this fellow in the law and come back with him on horseback, and after 12 o'clock again I got back. And the government is getting a bench warrant taking Debbie alive, and I'd have it there in that morning, and left word for us to kill him, take him dead or alive. And we went up on the mountain, and you know Oscar that used to have working insurance agent, Oscar from
Yeah, I know you're talking about. I've heard of.
we all got started, and one of my men was a dragging back, and I said, "Guys, is something wrong?" And he said, "Yeah, I ain't got no pistol." Oh, I said, "You not?" And them other fellows went off with the 2 guns. Some of them was afraid to go without them. And I said, "Well, Garvey, you can have mine, and get up to Oscar, I'll get you a gun." Got up there and went in, told Oscar, he said, "I sold my pistol, Billy." I said, "Well, you've got a good gun here." Oh, he said, "The best." He said, I said, "You take this pistol." One of them had 2 give me one of his. I said, "You take this gun and I'll take the gun." "No," he said, "I'll take this gun. It is a high-powered rifle of some kind, high-powered." He said, "I won't take hold of him, but I'll stand him." He said, "I'll take this." And I said, "All right." And we went on up the mountain and went to dividing up. And this fellow from over on the law, he said, they'd come out, there'd be 3 in one bunch and 2 in the other 2 bunches. And he said, "I want to go with somebody else." He said, "I'm not acquainted with the place." Well, I'd never been there myself. None of us knowed anything, only knowed where it was, you know, and how to get in. And we separated them, and 2 of us went down and around, and the dog got to barking down at the old house, and we eased back up in the woods. And all at once that fellow said, he said, hollered at me, he said something to me, and I said, he spoke, and I looked, and he pointed at him. I said, "Stop there, Saul." I thought it was Saul Price, another fellow in there, dressed from. He said, "That's him." Lord, and I'd tied my old overshoes on. Had 2 buckles, and it wasn't old, and I tied them on, and I couldn't get them off. I was running up that mountain. It was getting daylight. I could see. I was hollering, and took that old pistol, and it wouldn't shoot, and it wrecked a shot, and the dust balled on it, and he went over to one side, and I run away, and I told him stop again. He put his hand on his hip, and I like he had his pistol, and I said, "Stop, John," and that thing shot again, and I hollered a few times, "He's coming right up the mountain." And well, I went on up there, and there's a fence out ahead, a brush fence, and I thought, well, I can get him again and get to that, but I couldn't get my old shoes off, and he was running well, and he's young, and he got over just as I got there. He was over, and then I picked up, and there's a long hill up through there. I got up close to him. I couldn't see a man, hear nobody, and looked, and I seen Oscar and a fellow Lewis come out from behind a big tree up there. Them old shoes was light again. I began to lay it up. I was close to him, though. I was close to him near the road then. I was going to catch him. He was going to top that mountain there. He could top one way or the other. And he jumped out, Oscar, and said, "Stop, John, stop." And he just shoved a bullet in there, and he said, "Stop right there, John." John stopped and threw them hands up. And I went over to him, and here come that fellow's an officer from the law, and he was shaking. He said, "I'm just shaking. I'm froze to death." I said, "If I'm shaking, I'm scared. I'm not cold." And he'd say, "Lord, who's with you, and who all's with you, and I told him who all was with me, and directly here came one of you mad. He said, "Have you searched the son of a bitch?" I said, "Yes." And he said, "Well, search that son of a bitch again." I went over and searched him again, and we got him down there to the house, and eating my dinner. Well, they wanted me to eat supper, and he'd been stealing meat, and they was frying some of the best meat I ever smelled. I wouldn't eat a bite. And there wasn't no cars in that day, but 2 or 3 in Norfolk Township. I sent out a man to come and take him, fellow Stevens. J.S. Stevens, a merchant up there, and I wouldn't eat with him, but I took handcuffs loose. I oughtn't have done it, and them other fellows were all scattered off. They thought, well, I had him, and they just go. But then when he come, the neighbor come down and said, the old lady said, what's the that woman said to Aubrey Price, said, what are you doing with him here, Billy Brown? Why are you trying to shoot him, kill him? He said, what the hell are you to you?
He got caught.
And so she was awful wrong. I told her we wasn't trying to kill him, we were just trying to catch him. And when the cars are coming, why, she said, his wife said, what's please loose good? He said, things are going to suit me around here this morning. And stole all his arms, he didn't have none left. And then down come another fellow had been sent to the insane, said, what you so happy about? He said, he said, you've been in the asylum, and he said, yes, but I'm not going nowhere today. Things like that, you know.
It's neighbors, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I was scared. I was afraid we'd have to kill John or get killed. But it scared him, and he was so frightened. That fellow just threw right at him and made a noise. He jumped up and left his gun in the bed.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir. Hadn't been to that.
Someone might have got killed.
Yeah.
Huh? Well, had he killed a person?
Yeah, he killed that old Grover boy.
The Tom.
21-year-old. Killed him in cold blood there. And he'd shot and killed, they say he killed 3 men besides that.
Is that right? So it wouldn't have bothered him to have shot anyone, would it?
No. And they had 32 warrants. They done away with all of them but the murder case and sent him off. The judge told him to go draw the pay. He said, you swore according to your feelings, you didn't swear according to the evidence. And he said, he'll never get out as long as I live, and he never. And he served his term, and 12 years for breaking in the post office. He served all that time, and went to Philadelphia and went to currying horses. He was a horseman, and he had a heart attack about 3 years ago and died. He went to Boone, got a day and a half for Saturday and 2 days for Sunday, and he billed all that time on both that they had to make.
Oh.
9 months is a year in the penitentiary, you know.
Is that
And
right?
he billed every bit of that time up. You know, he'd come back to Ashe County up here nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
If he had Roy Graber, they killed him when we went down by there. Why, Roy come up the road with a pistol in his hand, and them made him, them fellows that went with me to him, and they caught him and throwed the gun, broke it down and threw the cylinder out, you know, and shells, and up come Squaw Graber, the preacher, and he come up the road and run with a pistol in his hand, and he got up there, he dropped it down, and he told his daddy, just be quiet, he said, we got him.
Well, that was
I
awful.
was trying to get out of that car. Scared me. I was afraid Roy'd shoot me in there. He was all high strung man. And I bent the latch till he had to have his car door fixed so he could ever unlatch that thing. I was scared to death.
Well, of course. He's a pretty desperate man, wasn't he?
Oh, dangerous.
Dangerous it could be. Let's see. Do you remember the hanging of Will Banks?
Yes.
You didn't go to the hanging?
No, my daddy went.
Mm-hmm. Did he?
Mm-hmm.
That was the last hanging, wasn't it?
Will Banks, he was hung here.
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't go, no, my daddy didn't go, but I remember my daddy just had went to Mountain City to where they hung one, and about a month before, and he said he never wanted to go again. And they made a song about it. I'm to die for this cruel murder that I so cruelly burned. And they let him make a talk before he let the scapegoat down. No, but I remember that time.
Well,
Has a license ever hung in Ashe County and Johnson County, either one? And
about the same time.
they're about the same time. Never nobody else hung.
That's bad. Well, you look back and were you the sheriff when we had our big snow in '60 or?
I was, yeah.
Oh, you were getting a lot of calls, I bet, weren't you?
Oh, it was awful. And I had chains on every wheel. They'd push snow out till I could get out. And then I had a lot of things for them, to do. And they told me, would you go up and show us some roads if they couldn't do no better? And I told them I would. And
Was that to rescue people?
yeah,
Come
the
in
one that had them planes.
Uh-huh.
And they called me. And I went over and he come up, bound them up, and I said, they're gone, I'm so glad of it. And he stopped. Said, shove down here. They said, yes, he's right here. Well, they said, we're going over near Damascus, Virginia, the worst mountains there was, and said, they say he can take us over there. And we want to get right in and come on and get in and go. And I got in, and they had sacks of groceries and everything, and they had some hay to put, drop hay, and had a lot of stuff. Well, they took off, and they went over some hill. I don't know where it was. Must have been Bakery Hill. I don't know where it was. And directly falling, that thing, it just lay come down. It got down low and it took off. And after a while we got over there, and I thought sure was going, and they'd stopped, and it was in snow in a man's yard, a big long fine home, and they dropped down there, and they give me a bag to take out to the house, and I jumped out there, and I went in and stuck up in that snow.
You were in was it a chopper or a helicopter you were in?
A helicopter.
A helicopter?
Yeah. And so we went in, and them two grown girls in there, and a boy about 12-year-old, and the mother, and they was all crying. They didn't know what in the world. Just joy. Her husband, they got in the hospital, married in Virginia the day before appendicitis had come. And they was tickled so they was crying. And we dropped stuff out. What I went by was the railroad. Yeah, I know how. And I know right where they was going, and they had out red flags waving on poles. Had it up at them houses. And
Was it pretty low on food? The people, did they have any food to eat?
Why, they had plenty of canned stuff. They ain't anybody hardly in this country what's got enough to do them too much,
Yeah.
But they was scared they'd starve to death. But they said pretty plenty. But they were tickled to death. And that was a hard time. I had a lot of messages to carry, and people didn't have phones. But I was pretty tough in them days. I was in good health all the years I served as sheriff. And they done a good job, but a lot of them eat stuff that they didn't deserve to eat. They didn't need it. That is a shame.
It's kind of hard for outsiders to understand how people can get stranded here in our area and live pretty well because they have a cellar full or a freezer full of food.
That's right. Yeah, you know you can live pretty cheap for a while.
Oh yeah, and probably in a city or someplace where they don't can, it would be different if they couldn't get to the store.
That's right.
But in this area, most everybody has canned food as well as their hams and where they butchered their hogs.
Yeah.
But there was some snow, wasn't it? That was a big snow.
It was awful. Why, it, over yonder where we lived, it went to the, you could walk on snow up and walk up on the roof of that house.
Is that?
They had to pile it up and kept coming snows and
Mhm.
blowing. Yeah, you could walk up on that. Hazel's got a lot of pictures of that stuff.
Yes, sir. That was a bad time. That and our flood, I guess, the 40 flood. It was a disaster period
Yeah.
for us, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was.
And of course, this last flood 3 years ago or 4 years ago, 1977, that was a bad one too.
It was.
Well, it's you've seen a lot of changes in Ashe County, haven't you?
Yes. I was out looking at the river, and an ox fella up Creston was in the house, wouldn't get out. He was in a big brick building, and the waters met, and there's just like well, it was like an ocean. And we came on down, and we used to have a tabernacle up here that had services in it, Clifton. And I went out there to the store, and me and the fella was with me, and a fella come along, and he said, it's going to wash the river downhill way, and he said, it's washing everything. And when we came up, it had windows, and it board sided, and going through the tabernacle, and it washed it away. And when we got up to Ashland, we had a bridge to cross, and we went across it, and the water was up that high off of it. Next morning it washed away. We could have got drowned.
Oh yeah. It was a dangerous time to be out riding. We were talking a minute ago about some of the cases that you had worked with in court. How did the way you handled the lawbreakers or whoever differ from your first years ago when you first were a little boy? The criminal justice in those days, was it more severe, do you think, when they caught a man, say in your daddy's day, or when you were little, young man? Were they pretty hard on them?
Yes, they done more with them.
Did they?
Yes, and they thought the only person ought to steal at all was a colored man in my
Is
day.
it?
Yeah, they thought, they said
the
they was
colored.
the only ones to steal. But now, I told them it was not that way. According to number, why they wasn't the worst at all.
Is that right?
And our county now has got some good colored folks.
Oh yeah.
Now, and they had in my day, just good folks. And I think the judge has been too light on them. I believe that.
Went
Start
go
off.
from one to extremes to the other, don't
Yes,
they?
I believe that's what's happened.
Well, now, I don't know. Could be.
See, we didn't get into the marijuana, but one time I got 16 ounces, that's a pound, I reckon, over here, and we caught 3 fellers. And them were the first real beardy fellers I ever seen. They had put them in jail. And the old lady up on Mill Creek, I believe it was, they're selling her husband some. And she sent me a sample, and I've got it in yonder yet. Hazel said, I must get rid of it in a little bottle. And she told me, and me and the Debbie went up and found this out over here